Before I start this video, I just want to say I'm going to be spoiling Undertale a lot in this video, so please play it before you watch this video. It's a really good game. You won't regret it. Guys, have you ever read a book, watched a movie, or even played a game that just shook your entire core? Something that changed the way you view the world and questioned your very definition of morality? That's how I felt playing Undertale. This game blurs the lines between good and evil. A lot of games use morality as a stat, but this one plays it entirely differently. The first time I played it just how I would any other RPG. I blindly attacked enemies because, that's just what you do in RPGs, you know? If you have an opponent, you attack it. That's what other games have led me to believe. Then when I finally got to the end, I didn't feel good. It's an ultimately unsatisfying ending, but Sans, one of the two skeleton characters in the game, gave me this long monologue that made me realize just how little thought I had previously put into it. With my newfound understanding of the game, I played it again, this time making a strong effort to defeat none of the enemies in my path. It didn't even really occur to me the first time that you could spare bosses. So many RPGs force you to fight, but this one doesn't. This time, I got a much more satisfying and proper experience. The ending was much more heartfelt, and there were a lot of silly quirks I got to experience firsthand, like all these silly dating scenes, and the whole game just feels a lot nicer this way. But I couldn't help but feel a little curious. What would happen if I killed everyone? Like, if I explicitly went out of my way to murder every enemy in this game. This caused me to do something I regretted. You see, this is what the community has labeled a genocide run, and it's depressing as frick. You team up with Flowey and kill everyone you find, and you just feel awful. And even Toriel at the beginning reveals that she's fighting you not to protect you from the outside world, but to protect the outside world from you. It's an absolutely chilling experience, and has what was possibly the most difficult final boss I've ever played. So many times the game states outright that you are not a human, and what was possibly the worst part is the permanence of it. The thing about Undertale is that your actions are permanent. If you kill as much as one single enemy in the first area of the game, you're no longer able to get the pacifist ending. Moreover, if you kill every enemy in the game and fulfill the genocide ending, you are no longer ever able to get the pacifist ending on subsequent playthroughs. So now, even if I replay the game trying to get the pacifist ending, it won't work. The game has decided that my curiosity to attempt the genocide run dubs me as a bad person, and even if I try to make it right, I can't change the past. The look in Asgore's face when I killed him, the sheer disappointment and pain in his eyes, it reminded me of the utter pain cows experience when being milked, and then also killed. And this really got me thinking about my actions in real life as a person. I've made a lot of mistakes in my past, but perhaps I can still make things right. Even though I've eaten a lot of animals in my day, but I'm young and spry. If I change my habits now, I could still make things right. I can still get a pacifist life. And that's why I'm becoming a vegan, and I encourage you to do the same. Undertale is a masterpiece of a game, just like how the real world is a masterpiece of a world. Animals live alongside us as friends, and just like how I don't want to blindly attack enemies just because that's what I'm used to in RPGs, I don't want to blindly eat meat just because that's what everyone else does. If you haven't played Undertale, do play it. Even though I spoiled a lot of the big points, there's still a lot of charm to be had. If you still eat meat, consider stopping that, or maybe playing Undertale to see what I mean. You won't regret it. Oh, but I still eat fish. Fish can suck my dick. Slay innocent children, and even Toriel at the... I hope I pass in my sleep tonight. And has what has... Fuck. The game has... Even though I've eaten a lot of animals in my day... What the fuck, CJ? I'm sorry, Adam. I'm sorry you have to edit this.